Welcome to the Scottsdale Vibes podcast. I'm Alicia Haygood. We are wrapping up 2025, which is really hard to believe. So why not end it with two of our favorite sponsors? We have Jeremy Mueller of State Farm Insurance to start with us today. As we wrap it up, we're going to take a front row seat into everything fun of insurance, which it can be, let's be honest, and talk about how we are looking into 2025. So Jeremy, welcome back. I can't believe
Glad to be here.
I know,
Where
right?
did the year go?
It's crazy. We say this every year, but this one went by really fast.
No.
Rate. I'm kind of glad it's towards the end. Personally, it was a big growth year, so
Yeah.
lots of pain in that. Looking back on your year, what do you think were some really big wins for you, standout moments?
Yeah, I mean, we had some good growth. We're looking forward to next year. Gosh, I mean, there's just so much. Personally wise, the kids are getting older. I've got one in high school, one in college, so it's been a really good year.
Yeah.
And, it's funny. I was like thinking of what is next year going to look like. I'm like, oh my gosh, I may have my youngest getting her permit, so I'm like, I got to really cherish those drop off and pick off times
Because they're quickly going, right?
so quickly.
Team wise, what was some big wins for you and the team this year? Because, I mean, you got 3 offices going this year. You've grown. Your team is growing in the amount of time they're staying with you, which just goes to show amazing leadership from you. So talk about your team for a minute.
Yeah, we've got some milestones going on with some work anniversaries, stuff like that. A lot of big wins there. A lot of big wins. And then our wins can be like just helping out someone.
Yeah.
So it doesn't necessarily mean financial or anything. So we're super excited for 26. I can't thank Scottsdale enough for everything that they've given us and that will continue to provide to them.
Speaking of coverage, what were some big trends you saw happening in Scottsdale this year? Did we seem to have more storm damage? Did we seem to have more car purchases, home purchases? What were you kind of seeing?
Yeah, it's interesting. I would have to say storm damage, yes and no. I mean, we had some weather this year.
Right.
This is the first time we've had actual rain, which is really nice.
So nice.
But on the flip side, it's not nice when you're in my business because you just think, oh my gosh, what's going on at the office? So I would have to, and then premium-wise, coverage-wise, the higher-end liability market, meaning your umbrella policies, your $1 million plus stuff, that coverage is getting tough. So the liability-wise, moving forward in 26, that's going to be kind of a focus. Like, how can you maintain that coverage? How can you get that coverage if you can't get it?
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So the market's kind of shut down. It's really tough right now.
Okay. That was going to be my next question. Like, what do we need to prepare for 2025 to wrap up to go into 2026?
Just make sure everything's correct it's a good time of year to take stock. Like the days of forgetting to add someone to your insurance policy and they're a daily driver, those are over. So, I mean, just making sure you add your nanny, your mom, whoever is driving that car daily. A lot of times you don't think of that, or once a week.
I didn't, yeah.
It's super important.
To me, it would be like, well, they're covered underneath their insurance, but if they're driving my car every day for my kids, it's
correct. It
Yeah.
needs to be under yours.
interesting.
So, yeah. And so there's just some nuances there that like all carriers are doing.
Yeah.
So like you'll notice like when you get your renewal, it's make sure you list all your drivers and there's a reason behind it.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, I'm still driving my kids everywhere, unlike you, so I still got a while to go. What are some changes? What we need to look in for 2026? I know everyone's kind of policy ends like when you sign up, right? Like that's your year kind of thing. Any additions that are going to be changing that we should look forward to that we need to add that are changes in the whole insurance business?
Yeah, it's funny. So on a positive news, like the auto post pandemic have been going up quite a bit. So by and large, we're seeing some decrease coming.
Yes.
So which
See,
I don't
Jeremy,
get
you
to
always
say
bring the
much.
good news.
You may pay for it on the umbrella side, but on the auto side, it is set to go down significantly first quarter.
Okay, that'll be helpful. And then we'll just take that money and put it into the umbrella policy.
Exactly.
Do
Exactly.
that. Ways to prepare for the unknown. What do you think as we wrap it up? The holidays, traveling, Santa Claus visits us, so lots of new gifts and everything as well.
Yeah, we don't deal with it too much. I mean, the Christmas tree fire stories and stuff. We see them occasionally, but we don't really have them up here that much. But it's just, be safe, enjoy, watch. I'm more like it's funny. Like the disaster stuff is easier almost than the liability side of things. So I'm more worried about the family party with alcohol and people driving home than I am necessarily about something happening with the fireplace.
That makes sense.
Be careful.
Take Uber.
Yeah.
Rideshare. What is one of your favorite holiday memories as we wrap it up?
Christmas at the Princess.
Yeah, obviously. It is the best. Yeah. Have you taken the whole family yet?
I have, and this is a year we're actually going multiple times. So we have a team thing there, we have a friend thing there, we have kids friend thing there. So yeah,
It'll be lots of times.
Yeah.
I love it. What is one memory as you with your kids, because you were talking about them growing older, taking these memories and holding them, cherishing, what's something that you want to hold on to this year with them besides the princess?
yeah. Gosh, I just think time together is so,
Yeah.
especially when they're in school and they have that time off. Because once they enter the workforce, there's no such thing as a month or 2 weeks off for Christmas vacation
Yeah.
and stuff. So just more to enjoy that a little bit
The
more.
quality time.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, don't forget to call Jeremy Mueller of State Farm Insurance. He will be here for all of your needs. And as we wrap up, we know living in Scottsdale knows knowing the value of community, and that's exactly what Jeremy and his entire team at State Farm Insurance here do. Giving back to the community is a top priority for Jeremy. He's been here for over 25 years, helping neighbors just like you with home, auto, life, and business coverage. He knows our city, our lifestyle, and your needs. Plus, with 3 local offices, help is always close by. Give him a call at 480-515-5223 or visit jeremymueller.com, because here we look out for one another. After a crazy year of shifting interest rates, evolving buyer demand, and a Scottsdale market that really always has kept us on our toes for the past 5 years, Scottsdale, its favorite real estate agent, Sean, is sitting here to talk all about 2025 trends and what to expect for 2026. I'm like tongue-tied here trying to get all these like 26.
There's a lot of numbers.
So listen, it's a wrap up. 2025, crazy enough, is almost done. Jeremy and I were just talking about that. I want to let's focus on the wins. What were some big wins for you and your clients that you had for 2025?
Gosh, big wins are just that finding houses that they were able to buy, because it was this year has been a struggle.
Okay.
For buyers to find good houses.
Yeah.
There's a lot of and I feel like every time I've been here lately, I've been talking about this. There's a lot of houses out there that have some deferred maintenance that sellers haven't taken care of, and they still want top dollar for their houses, and buyers have pushed back pretty hard on that. So finding houses and getting through that for some of my buyers, that has been a win.
That's what you were kind of talking about last month when you were saying, like sometimes they might update the kitchen, new paint job and stuff, but we need a new AC unit and a new roof.
Exactly.
It's those bigger items that really need to be done. So that was what I was going to ask. What were the challenges? What do you think those challenges are going to go into 2026 looking like?
I think we're going to continue seeing that. I think the big question for 2026, and some of the things that I've read, like Lawrence Yoon, who's part of the National Association of Realtors, he's the president there, like he's pretty positive on 2026. And there's some other people that are getting really positive about 2026, thinking that our market could shift a little bit more positive for maybe interest rates, and therefore for buyers and sellers. Not necessarily that we're going to, I always say that, and I'm cautious when I say that, because it's like, it's going to shift, and sellers immediately think, great, we're going to go back to COVID days, and I can put whatever number I want on my house, and it's going to sell, and I'm going to get 25 offers. No. And I said this to a client last night when I was talking to him. I'm like, we are really in a normal market. Like, this is our normal market. It is a slog. It is a struggle. I mean, it's not always a struggle, but I mean, there's times it's a struggle in that you're negotiating. You're back to negotiating. You're not back when the seller has all the power and they dictate everything, and the buyer goes, yes, I'll just do whatever you want. I just want the house.
Yeah.
Like, we're not in those times anymore. We're in that time of negotiating back and forth. And now we're negotiating for repair items, and we're negotiating for that. And we haven't been in that for a while, but that's our normal market.
Yeah.
And so it's tough for people to remember back, even though it wasn't that long ago.
It's only 5-6 years ago, but I mean, it's crazy how much that can just
Well, I mean,
ingrain.
that COVID market really stuck in everybody's head. And I mean, I'll have buyers that call me and say, I'm coming, like, how fast do I have to move when I see a house? And I'm like, okay, that's kind of a two-pronged answer. You know, if we find a house in a great location that is all updated and everything's great and the price is good, it might even be a little high for you, or a little high for the area. It's probably going to move pretty fast.
Yeah.
Is it going to get 20 offers? No. You know, I mean, have I had to compete against multiple offers this year? I have.
Yeah.
On every deal? No.
That's the difference too.
No.
Right.
No.
You're
Yeah.
not out there.
No.
As we talk about shaping up 2025, what are some of your goals for 2026 going in for your clients?
again, I feel like it's just more education. They just need to understand what the market is doing.
How do you educate yourself then on this?
How do I educate myself?
No, like for them, like what's something like a buyer could come to you about, like for when you say education, in the sense of like what the Scottsdale market looks like, or like
Tune into my YouTube channel.
I know that's it. It's true. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I talk about that stuff a lot there because it's really what people want to know.
Yeah.
They want to walk in educated. And it's a good news, bad news situation sometimes in our market, in any market really, is that they have a lot of information out there. They can go onto Zillow, they can go onto Redfin, they can go onto Realtor.com,
Right.
they can go onto all of those, and they can kind of start watching pricing, and they can kind of start watching things. And it's interesting because this year, the questions that I'm getting often are from those buyers and sellers really saying, I've been watching this stuff and I'm confused. Like, what's going on in the market? None of it seems to make sense. And I'm like, you're not wrong in that. I mean, I can help break down and why it feels really different, and we can talk about that. But it's really it goes into like being area specific, really.
Yeah.
So it's been a weird year. I think 2026 we could shift into a different market. Again, I'm cautious when I say that. Do I think it's going to go crazy and prices are going to go skyrocketing again? No, I don't. But do I think that we could kind of get out of this kind of jam that we're in? I feel like we're just kind of in this like kind of mired muck. Do I think we could kind of get out of that a little bit? I do.
Besides educating themselves, how can a buyer come prepared, ready to go in that sense?
Talk to a lender.
Okay.
Talk to a lender, and if you don't have one, find an agent that has a good one. Because I've had some clients come to me and they've had a lender and and their lender doesn't understand kind of our process because they're maybe in another state or something. So it's really important to have a good lender, and having a lender that an agent maybe knows sometimes is also helpful. I mean, I've done it with where I haven't known the lender, and it's all worked out fine. It's not that, but
we have a teamwork together.
Yeah, exactly. Like we just and we can problem solve kind of behind the scenes without. That's the big thing that I think that people don't understand is the amount of problem solving that we do without sometimes our clients even realizing that we're doing it.
Yeah.
Like I've literally been on the phone today with another agent, and thank goodness I'm dealing with a really great agent on the other side, and her and I are trying to figure out how do we keep everything together.
Yeah.
And make it, so that everybody's okay and everyone's getting what they want, but we have to figure out how do we do this. And it's challenging sometimes.
That's why you got to work with a good team.
Right, right. And unfortunately, you don't always have a great agent on the other side. I feel fortunate that I have a tendency to work with some, but I don't always. And you see the negotiation just shut down and the conversation stop and the deals die because of it.
As we wrap up, this is actually a big buying season for Scottsdale.
Yeah, we're heading into it.
We are heading into it. So what does that look like for this season? And do you think we're going to beat 2024, numbers? Are we on record, or are we on pace to do that?
No. I mean, right now, at 2025, we're not going to hit those numbers.
Okay.
We haven't had enough units sold. But again, 2026, it's always really telling kind of in the beginning to mid-January, like how many new homes do we have come on the market? How quickly are they being absorbed into the market? Like that's pretty telling. But we go from January to about April, May. And that is our season. We have a long season.
We do.
But then, we kind of start to slow down a little bit and people start pulling their houses off the market, especially in the luxury, world, because they're like, it's hot, no one's coming. But it's really telling in the beginning of the year. And I mean, I know personally, I have a lot of buyers that they're ready in 2026.
Okay.
So,
sellers, you heard it.
I know.
Desperate
so
for
yeah,
it.
I have. And I've got, the other thing, like for me, like I'm usually out trying to hunt down deals sometimes, and I'll call agents. I know they have got stuff coming, and I don't hear back. And I'm like, you're kind of a detriment to your seller because I've got buyers that are ready to go.
Dang.
And I know it's coming, but I don't hear back from you. Struggle. It's interesting.
The struggle is real.
The struggle is real.
Well, I hope the holidays are not a struggle. So as we talk about the holiday season, what are some of your fondest memories of a holiday season?
Well, I love spending, obviously, the Christmas with my kids. It's very fun.
Yeah.
It's very fun.
It like brings the holiday back to life again, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, and just seeing it in their eyes is so fun.
Is there a tradition from your childhood or growing up that you've brought into your family?
We would always do usually kind of like a bigger gift where it's not wrapped and it's just there, like you just see it right
like
when
the
you
elves
walked out.
built it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So we try to do
That was
that
my
a little
parents'
bit.
line.
Yeah. We try to do that a little bit. We started the Elf on the Shelf a couple years ago. I pushed it off.
Oh,
for a long
so
time.
proud of you.
I know. I pushed it off for a really long time until I didn't really want to do it until they could really understand it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why am I like? Because it's a commitment.
Listen, I will pull the Jew card for that every season, and I'm just like, we're Jewish. Like, you can't.
Not my
do it.
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we celebrate both because my husband's not, but I will always pull the Jew card
For sure.
when my kids ask about Elf on the Shelf.
Right. I know. So I mean, we do it, but I'm like, I told my husband too. I said when we started doing it, I'm like, this is not going to be extravagant. I'm not getting clothes for the elf.
Yeah.
I am not putting it in precarious situations with like extra accoutrement that go with it. No. Like I draw the line there. Like it's just being moved around the house, and that's
my
just,
sister does it once a week.
Oh, that's
and so
funny.
Her elf stays there and observes for a week.
That's funny.
And disappears and then writes a letter back to them. So they're pen pals.
Oh, nice.
Thing.
I like that.
So the kids had to practice writing too. That's how she got them when they were little.
Funny.
Yeah, so that was hers.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
What are some big plans this year for you guys? Do you have any?
Don't have any yet. We're working on some, but nothing solidified. Whoop. Hello. Nothing solidified yet.
Nice. We are about to wrap up. What are some of your favorite houses that you've sold, or what are some things that you're looking forward to for 2026? Do you have a favorite?
I've sold a house with 2 pools. That was pretty. The backyard was very very cool.
I love that.
Yeah, things that I'm looking forward to. Just more of the same. I feel like I'm really grateful that the clients that come to me or refer to me, either they come to me through my YouTube channel or referrals or anything like that. Like they're some of the best people. Yeah. So I feel really fortunate and I feel grateful for them.
I love that.
Because they usually become friends.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
That's great.
Yeah, I love it.
Well, as you've heard Sean mention, you can go check out her YouTube channel where she has lots more information and in-depth knowledge that she dives into about the real estate market, what to do, how to prepare yourself, where to educate yourself, and more. But after all that, you can always just call her as well. For over 25 years, our sponsor, Scottsdale Realtor Sean Shackleton, has guided buyers and sellers with straight talk, smart strategy, and data that keeps you ahead of the market. If you want a calm pro who won't let you sell for less, call Sean today at 480-734-7277 or go to theshackletongroup.com. There are lots of fun events coming up, of course, with the holiday season. So experience the joy of the season with the Scottsdale Quarters Holiday Festivals. They're featuring a dazzling lineup of concerts, community giving, and festive fun all season long. So check it out, thescottsdalequarter.com. As Jeremy mentioned, you can go see him and his entire team at the Princess for Christmas at the Princess. He is their title sponsor, so he's everywhere, literally everywhere. And it's in the 16th season, so you can join them for the Southwest's most extraordinary celebration, where generations of Scottsdale residents and visitors gathered for an enchanting and treasured holiday tradition. And don't forget, coming up, it's going to be here quick. I already got my tickets to the Barrett-Jackson Car Show happening January 17th through the 25th. So that'll be on display, and they are getting ready for that, so it should be fun. Have a wonderful week, Scottsdale. Keep vibing, and I'll see you around town.